today we're talking about why so many people are stuck financially, emotionally, and mentally, even when they're doing all the right things. There's this common belief that if I just make more money, everything will calm down. But here's the truth most people miss. If your life is leaking, more money doesn't fix it. It just leaks faster. And I watch people earn more, hustle harder, and still feel behind. They're anxious and exhausted, not because they were bad with money, but because they never fixed the instability underneath it. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to identify the one leak that's costing you the most and what to fix before you chase your next level. Because growth without stability doesn't compound, it drains. And in a minute, I'll show you the 3 most common leaks I see and how to shut them down. I'm Patty the Connector, the problem solver queen. And what I care about is helping people move smarter, not harder. Everybody talks about new year, new me. It's about doing more, earning more, and fixing everything all at once. But by February, most people are already tired, okay? And not because they didn't want change badly enough, but because they tried to build on top of instability. This conversation is about slowing down long enough to actually move forward. Money matters. Let's be clear. But if your life is loud, your finances will be messy. And if your nervous system is always in survival mode, your decisions will be reactive. No raise fixes that. I've watched people make more money and still feel behind. I see this pattern over and over. You have high capacity driven people who aren't lazy. They aren't irresponsible, but they are exhausted in ways money can't fix. They're still anxious. They're still exhausted because the problem wasn't income. It was leakage. Some of us are carrying high interest debt that has nothing to do with money. It looks like waking up already overwhelmed, saying yes when you don't want to, answering texts you resent answering, staying in situations you clearly outgrown because leaving feels uncomfortable. You keep telling yourself, once things calm down, I'll deal with it. But things don't ever calm down because you never stop the leak. And every day you carry it, the interest compound. Not in dollars, in decisions, in energy, in time you can't get back. That's not a personality issue. That's a system issue. Awareness is return. And most people don't lack discipline. They lack space. When you're constantly rushing, you miss things that could actually help you. Benefits you didn't use. Conversations you avoided. Patterns you normalize. Alignment isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It slows you down just enough to see clearly. Misalignment keeps you moving fast with no direction. And rushing, now that's expensive. So some people are chasing big wins while ignoring guaranteed returns. And guaranteed returns are like boundaries, discipline, consistency, clarity. And this question right here, this question is the question that's going to expose you. Let me ask. Are your decisions helping future you or just soothing present you? Sit with that for a second. Because most of us already know the answer. Because a lot of what we call self-care is really just avoidance that feels good in the moment. Now that question tells the truth every time. Let me make this practical because this is something you can actually do today. I want to give you 3 things you can do and ask yourself today that will change how this year feels. The first thing I want to do is identify your biggest leak. Not the dramatic one, the consistent one, the thing that drains you quietly and regularly. And it might be the friend who always needs something but never checks on you. The job situation you complain about every week but avoid addressing. The expense, the subscription, the habit, that commitment you forgot about that keeps costing you. And here's how you know it's a leak. You feel lighter just thinking about it being gone. Oof. If something drains you every single week, that's not normal. That's a leak. Write it down. If you can't name it, you can't fix it. The second thing I want you to do is have the conversation you keep postponing. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. The one about pay that doesn't match your workload, expectations that were never clear, behavior you keep tolerating and calling patience. A lot of people think they're being peaceful, but they're really just being quiet to avoid discomfort. Silence feels safe, but that thing is expensive. Closed mouths don't get fed, boo. And quiet resentment costs more than honesty ever will. One clear conversation can save you months of frustration. Schedule the conversation before today ends, not when you feel ready. And the third thing I want you to do is treat your attention like money, because it is. If you wouldn't hand someone cash without thinking, stop handing out unlimited access to you. Now that looks like answering everything immediately, explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you, pouring energy into situations that give you no return. Every yes costs something. Every distraction has a price. Where your attention goes, your life follows. So stop giving away like it's unlimited. So put a reminder on your phone tonight and audit who and what had access to you today. Now, here's what all this comes down to. The highest return you'll ever get is investing in yourself. So your skills, your health, your mindset, your healing. Because when you're grounded, you don't just react, you choose. Money moves cleaner, opportunities expand, peace becomes familiar, and peace isn't passive. Peace is power. I want you to leave this episode with clarity, not pressure. You don't have to fix everything at once. You just have to stop that one leak that's costing you the most. Stability first, then growth. And if this conversation made you feel slightly uncomfortable, that's usually where the return is hiding. Fix the root, not the symptoms. That's how grown people move. So before we close, let me be clear about one thing. This work doesn't happen overnight. Real stability is built through awareness, repetition, and small decisions done consistently. That's why this isn't a one-off conversation. This channel is about helping you move in a way that actually holds, emotionally, financially, mentally. And if this episode resonated, stay with me. Each week we're building on this foundation, slowly, intentionally, and without burnout. And truly, thank you. Thank you for being here, for listening, for reflecting, for doing the work most people avoid. And I left a free guide for you in the link below, Stability Before Strategy, and how to ground yourself before making your next move. Read it before you make another decision. And if this conversation resonated on a deeper level, if mindset is something you're actively working on, I also shared a more personal story about the mindset shift that changed everything for me. And that's called Faith, Alignment, and Reinvention. You don't need to watch it to do this right. But if you want to understand how I live this, not just how I explain it, I've linked it for you below. I'll see you soon.